standing in at 5'11" from the University of Chicago, playing forward for your Houston Rockets, Carl Sagan. Carl Sagan was an extraordinary American scientist who was born in 1934 and attended the University of Chicago. In college, he studied planets and explored theories of extraterrestrial intelligence. After college, he was named director of Cornell's Laboratory for Planetary Studies in 1968 and worked with NASA on several projects. Carl Sagan was probably the most well-known scientist of the 1970s and 80s. He studied extraterrestrial intelligence, advocated for nuclear disarmament, and co-wrote and hosted Cosmos, A Personal Voyage. He was in 6 different scientific fields: astronomy, astrophysics, cosmology, astrobiology, space science, and planetary science, all of them in which he gained many, many awards from. Even though Carl Sagan was a well-awarded scientist and intelligent man, his most important contributions to American history was advocating for imagination and standing up for what you believe is right. Like many scientists, Carl Sagan was amazed by the world and what was beyond it at an early age. He began his interest in astronomy at the age of 5 and always went to the library to find books on the stars. Soon after, his parents took him to the New York World's Fair, where visions of the future piqued his interest further. The theme of the World Fair in 1939 was a world of tomorrow. This was exactly what Carl Sagan was looking for. Sagan graduated high school in 1951 at the age of 16 and headed to the University of Chicago, where experiments he conducted drove his fascination with the possibility of alien life. 4 years later, in 1955, Sagan graduated with a bachelor's in physics, and he took his master's a year later. 4 years later, Sagan moved to California after obtaining a PhD in astronomy and astrophysics, landing at the University of California, Berkeley, as a fellow in astronomy. There, he helped a team develop an infrared radiometer for NASA's Mariner 2 robotic probe. After schooling, Sagan centered his work on the physical conditions of the planets, particularly those of Venus and Jupiter, and in 1968, he became a full professor at Cornell University. Working again with NASA, Sagan helped choose where the Viking probes would touch down on Mars and helped craft the messages from Earth that were sent out with the Pioneer and Voyager probes sent beyond our solar system. Scientists don't usually become celebrities, but while still in his 30s, Sagan began speaking out a range of fringe issues that would gain him much attention, such as the feasibility of interstellar flight, the idea that aliens visited the Earth thousands of years ago, and that creatures resembled gas bags live high on Jupiter's atmosphere. With Sagan's newfound popularity, he started many TV shows like The Cosmo Connection, Other Worlds, The Dragons of Eden, and Contact. One thing that helps Sagan stand out from other scientists is that he co-founded the Planetary Society, an international non-profit organization focusing on space exploration in 1980. He also helped launch the hugely influential TV series Cosmos, A Personal Voyage, which he helped write and host. This TV series became the most watched scientific program of all time, attracting a worldwide audience of 500 million viewers in 60 different countries. And if that wasn't enough, Sagan was one of the first public voices to call attention to the threat of climate change, and he also campaigned for nuclear disarmament, swaying the public with his warnings of a nuclear winter that might ensue after an all-out war. But if Sagan's extraordinary life and multiple careers had a single overriding theme, it was getting ordinary people to understand the importance and value of science and to share his own wide-ranging, irrepressible curiosity about the universe. All in all, Carl Sagan helped open the eyes of America itself. to see and experience what science could really be like if you really spent the time and energy to figure it out. So, America, stay curious and continue to fund for scientific experiments and teachings, for it is the fundamental way for us to improve and understand life in the universe better. Thank you.